God! After all these years, my suffering is over! Jude pointed. What if behind a billionaire's smile hid something no one should ever touch? Watch till the end. You will not believe what happened next. Subscribe, follow, like, and share African Gospel Tales for more real-life lessons and mysterious gospel stories. They called him names. Poverty's ambassador, a walking beggar. Even the children in his village would shout as he passed, "Uncle Empty Pocket is coming!" But he kept walking, slowly, head down, shoulders heavy. His name was Moses, a young man in his late 20s, tall with a face hardened by hunger and sorrow. Once he had dreams, big ones, but all he had now was a torn shirt, cracked sandals, and a heart full of pain. Moses lived in a leaking mud house with his aging mother and 2 younger siblings. His father had died in a motorcycle accident years ago, and since then, life had been nothing but raw suffering. That afternoon, Moses sat under the mango tree behind their house. His hands clutched his head. "Mummy, what did I do wrong in life?" he whispered, tears dropping like rain. "I studied with them. I passed my exams. Why am I still crawling?" His mother sighed. "My son, life is not fair, but don't give up." But something in Moses had already broken. That night, he couldn't sleep. Instead, he flashed back to his old school days. Those days were different. He had friends. One of them stood out. Jude, the most cheerful boy in school, always laughing, always helping. They had shared lunch, books, jokes, even dreams. But today, Jude was a billionaire in the city. Everyone said he had houses in 3 countries, drove machines with names Moses couldn't pronounce, and gave speeches in events aired on TV. Moses hadn't seen him in years. Something pushed him that night. Desperation. He made a decision. "I must see Jude," he whispered to himself. Not to beg, just to ask. How did he make it? The next morning, Moses borrowed a faded shirt from a neighbor. "My neighbor, I beg, help me. I have serious visit tomorrow. Help me with one shirt that you always wear while washing your car," sorrowfully Moses said. Neighbor E. Moses, the poverty's ambassador. A walking beggar. "Take it, but make sure your smell of poverty shouldn't stick on it, and case I see stain from the urine of dangling rats in your house, I will sell off your only plot of land and bury your poor family alive." "Okay, my neighbor," sorrowfully, Moses said. He took it, wore, and set out for the city. He had only holes in his pocket, barely with no money for the journey. As he reached the gates of Hilltop Estate, the guards looked him up and down. "Who are you looking for?" one asked. "You must be a bagger." "Jude, I'm an old schoolmate." They laughed. "He doesn't keep friends like you anymore." Just then, a black Mercedes rolled up, and there he was, Jude, in a crisp suit, dark shades, and a calm smile. Moses froze. His heart beat like a drum. Would he remember? Jude stepped out, glanced once, and then his eyes widened. "Moses? Moses Ochieng?" Moses couldn't speak. Jude ran to him and hugged him tightly. "Is this really you? My brother from school?" The guards were stunned. Jude turned and snapped, "Let him in! He's my guest." Inside the palatial mansion, Moses stared at chandeliers, glass floors, massive paintings. It was like walking through a movie. But Jude treated him warmly, like no time had passed. They ate together, laughed, and shared old memories. Yet Moses couldn't hide the storm in his heart. "Jude, my guy, you're quiet. Talk to me." Moses, swallowing hard. "Jude, my life. It's been bitter. I'm sorry to bring this into your beautiful home. But I couldn't take it anymore. I've tried everything. I farm. I hawk bananas. I fix shoes. But we're still drinking porridge for dinner. My mom is sick. My siblings look at me like I'm their god. I'm not asking for money. Just, how did you do it?" Moses breaks down, his voice shaking. "I wake up hungry, sleep worried. I watch my dreams rot while others buy new cars. Jude, I came because you were my friend. Just tell me what changed your life. Because I am drowning. Tears fell freely down Moses's face. Jude paused, face turning serious. He sighed and put a hand on Moses's shoulder. Jude, my brother, I understand. I truly do. Life hit us all differently. But me? I chose a different path. I didn't wait for government jobs or lucky breaks. I went higher. Moses, confused. Higher? Jude. Yes. I found a mountain. A real one. It's not about begging or miracles. It's about bold steps, big decisions. And I want to show you. Moses blinked. Mountain? Jude, smiling mysteriously. You'll see. But first, let me tell you this. You see me, I have everything. This money is from late rich grands of mine who died from the village. They lived in very big land, but they killed by molten magma during volcanic eruption that happened on the mountain near their home. But there was a pot where they all collect the family money. This pot wasn't destroyed. Instead, it floated on. The magma remained on the mountain. But it's only me who can see it. Get the money, I must warn you. This path is not for the faint-hearted, but it works. That's how I got here. That's how I stay here. Moses leaned forward. Jude, whatever it is, I'm ready. I've seen shame. I've tasted dirt. I just want to breathe again. That night, Jude told Moses to sleep over. He gave him fresh clothes, a warm meal, and for the first time in years, Moses slept on a bed with clean sheets. But he didn't know. The journey to the mountain would not only change his bank account, it would test his soul. Before you go, watch till the end. You will not believe what happened next. This story is just beginning. Subscribe to African Gospel Tales. Like, share, and follow. If you were told there's a place where you could become rich instantly, would you go? If someone you trust promised you the life you've been praying for, but kept the truth hidden, would you still follow? Watch till the end. What happened on that mountain will leave you speechless. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and follow African Gospel Tales. Stories that open your eyes and guard your soul. The next morning, Moses stood by the large window, looking out at the misty skyline of Jude's estate. Something inside him still couldn't believe this was real. His mind raced. What kind of mountain gives people money? And why only him? Jude walked in, smiling, dressed in black sportswear. You ready? He asked. Moses nodded, although his chest felt tight. Where are we going? Jude only said, up. They got into a black SUV and drove out of the city, past villages, past rivers, and finally to a narrow, winding road that led up a quiet, strange mountain. No signposts, no homes, just old rocks, thick bushes, and the whistling of wind. Moses looked around nervously. You sure this is safe? Jude chuckled. It's not about safe. It's about chosen. They parked under a huge fig tree. The silence felt heavy. Jude turned serious. Moses, before we go up, you must agree to 3 things. Once you agree, there's no turning back. Moses swallowed. I'm listening. Jude's 3 instructions. 1. Do not speak unless I ask you to. Even if you're afraid, stay silent. 2. Do not touch anything unless I tell you, no matter how tempting. 3. Whatever you see, you must not run. Stay with me, step for step. Moses nodded, trembling a little. I'll follow. They began the climb. The higher they went, the colder the air became. But there was no mist, only a strange golden glow above. Suddenly, Jude stopped. He knelt down on a flat rock and began whispering in a strange language. His eyes rolled up for a moment, and then a deep, rumbling sound echoed from the mountain. A voice, not human, not loud, but heavy, like thunder that whispers. Moses froze. Then slowly, right in front of them, a large rock began to slide, revealing a wide hollow. Inside it was a massive clay pot, cracked on one side, glowing faintly, and inside the pot, bundles, piles, mountains of money, clean, crisp, untouched. Moses gasped. His knees buckled. This is real?" Jude walked over to him and hugged him. "You are my brother," he said. "We share this now." Moses sobbed, overwhelmed. "Pick what you can carry." Moses stepped forward slowly, his hand trembling. He reached into the pot and grabbed a handful of notes. But the moment his fingers touched the money, the ground trembled, and the voice returned, louder this time. "You have joined us, never to go back again." Moses froze. His eyes widened. "What was that?" Jude didn't answer. The voice continued. "From this day you belong to us. Never speak of this to anyone. Obey or be erased." Moses wanted to let go, but his hands wouldn't move. It was as if the money had gripped him instead. He turned to Jude. "What is this? Who are they?" Jude spoke softly. "Just say yes." Moses nodded, terrified. "Yes." Suddenly the wind stopped. The voice faded. The money felt light again, and the mountain was quiet. They filled 2 bags and descended without a word. Back in the city, Jude handed him a phone, a bank card, and new clothes. "You'll go home tomorrow," he said. "By the time you arrive, your life will be different." Moses lay awake that night. His heart was a battlefield. He was rich, at last. But something inside whispered, "At what cost?" Still he smiled. His siblings would eat. His mother would sleep well. The shame would end. He kept telling himself, maybe this is how life balances itself. But he didn't know, that very night, the mountain. He touched the money. Spirits began to prepare their next instruction. He touched the money, but now the money had touched him. Will he survive what comes next? Or will wealth bury him deeper than poverty ever could? Watch till the end, because in phase 3, the spirits speak again. And this time, they don't ask. Don't forget to subscribe, follow, and share African Gospel Tales for the final part of the Mountain of Wealth, where secrets scream louder than silence. In Matthew 16:26, "For what is a man profited if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul? Or what shall a man give in exchange for his soul?" The story, Moses gains sudden wealth from a mysterious and powerful source, but it comes at a cost, his freedom and peace of mind. The voice from the mountain says, "You have joined us, never to go back again." This perfectly reflects Jesus' warning in Matthew 16:26. Moses got what he thought he wanted: money, status, and acceptance. But something much deeper was taken from him, his soul's freedom. Not all wealth is a blessing. If it pulls you away from God, peace, or truth, it becomes a trap. True prosperity doesn't enslave, it uplifts. The moment you must sacrifice your soul, secrecy, or peace of mind to gain riches, that's the moment you've traded the eternal for the temporary. Proverbs 14:12. There is a way which seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death. To Moses, following Jude up the mountain seemed like the right thing to do, logical, necessary, and hopeful. His hunger, shame, and desperation made the offer look divine. But what seemed right was a trap. Not all open doors are from God. When decisions are rushed by desperation, we risk walking into destruction. Always seek divine wisdom before stepping into what looks right. What glitters may hide chains. These remind us to test every opportunity, stay prayerful, and remember, God's blessings add no sorrow with them. Proverbs 10:22.